Hi and welcome to today's Gym Wolf PT video. Today I want to look at an area that I think a lot of you will find quite interesting and useful. I'm not going to go into it in too much detail. I want to look at it, break it down into simple terms, and that is fat loss and muscle building at the same time. So out there's a lot of myths, misconceptions and a lot of false information about this. You'll hear bulking, cutting, which has its place, but for the average person who's looking to go from being maybe overweight or slightly overweight to a better physique and to build muscle at the same time, to lose weight and to build muscle at the same time, they don't want to be going down that route. What I find there's two main areas that you need to look at. So the first one we're going to go into is you need to be in a calorie deficit. So we'll write that one down. Calorie deficit. So how can you do that? How can you get yourself in a calorie deficit so you're taking in less calories than you're expending each day? So to do that, there's three main areas. There's lots of areas, but the three main areas are as follows. So you can eat less. So the more food you eat, the more calories you eat. It's not as simple as that though, because we're not going to be, certain foods have less calories other than you might have a full plate that has a lot less calories than another full plate. So it's about getting the right foods, the whole foods rather than processed junk foods. But in the main, eating less. 2, exercise more or more intense. So if you exercise more or you exercise more intensely, you're going to be burning more calories. And the third one, which is my favourite, is eat less and exercise more. So a combination of the two, you're hitting it on both sides. So you're not eating significantly less, you're just eating a little bit less of the right things, and you're also doing a little bit more exercise or more intense exercise. So that's the main way that you can get yourself in calorie deficit. The second part, we want to get our body into a state where it's ready to build muscle. And that is called being in a positive nitrogen balance. So how do we do that? Again, there's three main ways we can do that. So let's call it positive nitrogen balance. Okay, so the first way that we will do that is we need to have the adequate amount of rest. So that's rest days between our training and also the right amount of sleep. You're probably looking at me now and you're saying, he's up early, he's up late. I always make sure I have a minimum of 6 hours sleep. Ideally I want 7 to 8, but sometimes I can't quite get that, but 6 is my bare minimum. If you can get 7 to 8, that's perfect. Don't be going having 10, 12, that's too much. You're going to be having 7 to 8 good quality hours each night. Second thing, and I've wrote it down already for you, is we want to reduce stress. For our body to be in a great state for muscle building, it wants to be not stress-free, but as little stressing as possible in us. There's everyday life can bring stress on us, but there is lots of ways around it. Sleep will help, exercising helps, but also things like meditation, breathing exercises. There's lots of ways that we can bring stress levels down in our bodies. And finally, the third thing, and a very important thing for our body to be in a muscle building state, is to get the right amount of good quality proteins. So every time we exercise, we're breaking down our muscles, we're tearing our muscles, and they repair. And if we're exercising, putting the right fuels in there, which is the protein, they're going to be building back stronger and bigger than before. So it's key that we have the right protein sources and the right amount. So that's very basic. That's very basic terms of how to lose fat and gain muscle in a healthy, safe way. For example, myself, I'm not in great shape at the moment, I'm in maintenance mode. By doing this I'm in a slight calorie deficit, I train hard, I try and keep my body in a positive nitrogen balance, I can remain in this state 365 days a year. I don't have to cut and bulk. If I want to take it to another level, I need to address these even further. But you can get in good shape, maintain good shape just by doing these things. You don't need to be getting magic pills and all these other things. You can do it with the good, healthy way. Okay, hope you've enjoyed my video. Thank you.